two immigrants from very different countries. My mother, like I said, was Latina. My father was Armenian. That's a New York City only combination, by the way. You can't find that model everywhere. You can't find that model in Nebraska. I've been out there to do comedy. I was out there an entire week in Nebraska. I ran into one other Latino person the entire time. Then it turned out the guy wasn't even Latino. He was just one of those white guys that tans really well. And I was upset. I'm like, bro, why didn't you tell me that you're white? Why did you let me think that you're Latino? He's like, hey, keep it down. I'm here on a soccer scholarship. I was like, whatever, fair enough. Your secret is safe with me, Roberto. My parents came to this country. They did not have a lot of money when they came to this country. But my parents were too proud to admit that as immigrants. So instead, my mom would come up with weird excuses why we couldn't afford stuff. Like anytime I asked for anything, my mom would be like, that's only for white people. Only white people do that. Like, really, Mom? Only white people ride bicycles? Seems like a weird law. That's only for white people? I'm sure I've seen some black people wearing Nikes, Mom. I was like 15 before I realized that the Toys R Us wasn't segregated. Anyone could go in. It did seem odd that they opened a whites-only toy store in 1993, you know? Should have figured that out a little sooner. They're obsessed with the money part, which, you know, of course, we didn't have a lot of money. But the first thing they do when they come home from work, they immediately walk over to the thermostat that controls the heating in the house, right? And then they'd accuse us of changing the settings on the thermostat. Like, who was playing with this? Which one of you kids was playing with this? Every time you play with this, we have to pay a bill. Who was playing with it? They always said playing with it, by the way. Like there was some type of fun to be had with the thermostat. Oh, Mom and Dad are on? Good, shut off the Nintendo. Let's go play with the thermostat. Grab all the kids in the neighborhood, see if they want in on this. Because it would be wrong for me to keep all this action to myself. Let them know if they can't make it out tonight, tomorrow we're going to be changing stereo presets. You know, for fun. My parents tried to Americanize, but they were terrible at it, right? They were the worst. Like for lunch, every day my mom would make us peanut butter jelly sandwiches, but on pita bread. And you know what rotten little monsters kids are. Now I'm getting into fist fights over my exotic bread choices. I'm getting sent home from school. My dad's like, hey, what's the matter with you? I'm like, what's the matter with you? Why can't we get Wonder Bread? Wonder Bread? We don't need no Wonder Bread, okay? We have pita bread. That is the best bread in the world, all right? I'm like, hey man, I don't have a problem with it. I just don't know if I want to be the ambassador of pita bread for the entire school. That is a lot of pressure for an 8-year-old. So maybe we can get some sliced bread in this house. Maybe 20 years from now, I'm not going to be on a stage telling jokes to strangers for validation. Spoiler alert, we did not get that Wonder Bread. Which is why I'm here with you guys. I try with my family. I try. It's hard. I try to get along with my pops. I love my dad, but he's not great with technology. Right? Like if you don't know something, what do? You look it up on the internet, right? You know what my dad does if he doesn't know something? He calls me on the phone, and then I look it up on the internet. So as far as my dad is concerned, I am the internet. Which sucks because now every phone call I get has become a game show where I have to figure out what he's talking about in the fewest amount of clues humanly possible. One time he called me on the phone, he goes, hey Harry, I saw a commercial on the TV for the movie. You know, the movie? The movie, Dad? That's what you're giving me to work with, the movie. You know this isn't Russia in the 80s, right? We get more than one movie a decade. You gotta be a tad bit more specific. You know, who was in the movie? The guy with the face. The guy with the face? That's clue number 2, the guy with the face. That's what you give me to work with. Because you have the guy with the face, the guy who's making faces all the time. Something makes a face like a doctor, sometimes he makes a face like a rat man. Rat man? Do you mean Batman? It's like, hey, rat man, Batman, what's the difference? I'm like, the difference is one's a real movie, the other one you're making up just to screw with me. He goes, hey man, I don't care what the guy's name is, okay? Now he's getting angry with me, because in this scenario, he thinks I'm the idiot. He's like, I don't care what the guy's name is. Okay, I saw a commercial on the TV for the movie. I want to know what time that movie is going to be on TV so that I can watch it. I said, Dad, it's a commercial for the movie in the movie theater. Okay, it's not going to be on TV. If you want to see it, you got to go to the theater and pay $15 like everybody else. He goes, 15, that's a lot of money. I pay 5. Now he's haggling with me. I'm like, Dad, I don't make the price at the movie theater. If you don't want to pay that, just wait till it comes out on Netflix. And he goes, what's Netflix? I'm like, And now I got to explain Netflix to him. That involves credit cards, email addresses. I'm going to be here for days. I'm like, I panic. I got to get out of this conversation immediately. I'm like, Dad, you cannot use Netflix. Only white people do that. Thank you guys.